Clear Giorgio, please.
It's there.
Hopefully this will work. Let
Dear
me get
God,
wait for the
Mother.
stream to come up.
God, if you are there, this shall work.
Okay then,
Okay.
welcome to FRR Season 3, F1 Round 3, Miami. And today we do hit the horrible track of Miami, and we are sorry that we late joining, some technical issues. You can't go wrong with some technical issues. Stocky, obviously, provisional poll, but I'll introduce my co-commentator today. It's the one and only, the best, Josh.
Hey, please do not say that again. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to FRR. Jake is streaming today, so he'll be doing most of the talking, which is nice, which means I can finish my Coke, which I made 30 seconds before we were going to go live. Originally, well, as Jake said, Stocky is currently on pole around Miami. And you may be wondering, give me some information about Miami. Well, I'll do that, just that for you, shall I?
We love
Miami
track
is a
facts.
five. Oh, you do. Welcome, welcome. I need a little theme song, don't I? I need to make a theme song.
Dun
Anyway,
dun dun.
no thanks.
Go on.
Only a theme tune only. Right. Anyway, the circuit length of Miami is 5.412 kilometers. FRR has never raced here, ladies and gentlemen. Let me tell you that for a fact. We have 3 DRS detection zones. One on a very nice long straight. It's called the back straight, as I dubbed the back straight. And on the main straight as well. Overtaking opportunities are pretty good round this circuit. Okay, it's very good. Okay, around this circuit, the track record here is not held by an FRR driver. I know, shock horror, because obviously we do have elite drivers here. But the track record is held by an actual F1 driver. Can you believe it? With a 1:28.7, which means Stocky is faster than Charles Leclerc. What do you know? Everybody, well, as I say, we are 3 rounds into the championship, and that means that there are some championship standings to talk you through, ladies and gentlemen. Well, the man currently set out on provisional pole, Stocky, is in the lead with 41 points. He has a beautiful 16-point gap to second place, which is Trio, who DNF'd in the first race and won the last time out in Mexico. Weeksy is for third, sorry. He got P2 in Belgium and DNF'd in Mexico. And Macapaka, what can I say, my favourite of the lots, DNF'd in the first race and came second in the last race. Now there is a bit of a pattern there. I will let you spot that as you wish. And the constructors standings, Ferrari are in the lead with a 57 points, 29 points behind them is Red Bull, with Williams 33 points behind Ferrari. We do have some debuts. Talk you through.
So,
And I believe both the Aston Martins are debuts.
yeah, can I just point out at the moment, the top 2, we currently have got Stocky on pole, but Splandy has got a 1:20 at the same time, but obviously Stocky has set his lap first, so if it is to stay like this, Stocky will get pole position.
That is, wow, okay. And there's just under a tenth to Trier as well. This is close. Close to the whole position.
It is, but Billy Wiz can't seem to get a lap in as he's twice validated, and this time he's got no wing. So yeah, pretty annoying for Billy Wiz as Macca's not starting a lap. We got Lyle 52, like 18 thousandths of a second up in the first sector. Not much, but it's better than nothing, as they say. But he has got no ERS, so
Little improvements.
as we say, little improvements. But he has got no ERS. Yeah, true. He has got no ERS, so he might not get a good lap in. But he is... Oh, actually, he's up by 2/10 in the middle sector in the Haas. Oh my, goody gocious. Well, that pole time has now been taken by Trey RT at 27.112. And the Red Bull driver looking to pounce back from last week. He wants back-to-back poles and back-to-back victories as well in the Red Bull. As here comes Lyle, and it's a 28.4, not a massive improvement, but little steps, as Josh said.
Mhm. I believe I did say that. Well, Brad, currently down in 19th. His teammate currently sat in 2nd place. So he will want to get himself right up into the mix. Currently making his way through Sector 1. Crazy Griefer was disqualified from the session, and I think Scruff may be DNF'd. I can't quite remember what happened to Scruff the dub. So, early predictions. Who's going to take pole? Put you on the
Late
spotlight here.
predictions, more like. I think Trey will
Alright.
will get another. I think Trey will get a pole.
Really? Okay. Did he actually win and get pole the last race?
Yeah.
Wow. Need someone's
Yeah.
done research, eh?
He's looking for back-to-back poles and back-to-back wins here.
Well, let's see if he can do that. Splandy's put in a pretty impressive performance so far. 3rd place. Joint 2nd, or joint 3rd, depending on what position you prefer. Pretty good debut from Splandy. Drives not at the time. Well, FGE DXMI has not set a time. Billy Wiz hasn't set a time yet either, with invalidated laps left, right, and centre. TV8 has also not set a time. Everyone else setting what I deem a competitive time.
Brad across the line sets a 28.4. It's P14 for Brad. We know Brad doesn't have the extreme quality pace, but he does have that race pace, which he always seems to get in the points. He's a very good race pace driver.
Yes, it would seem like that. I mean, he has got 8 points in the last 2 races, well, the first 2 rounds of the season. I'm not quite sure where 8 points is. It's probably 5th or 6th, I'd imagine. I don't have the results right ahead of me.
He's always
last time out, finished 6th. He finished 6th last time out, which means he finished 6th the last time as well. So can he get more than 6th?
How big are your notes today, then, Josh?
How big are my notes today? Well, as you know, I do some notes later when I do prep. I do take this quite seriously, actually. Some people call it sad. I call it really sad.
I'd call
I'd
call it good notes, to be honest.
Good notes. Well, obviously, you know, P6 was not notes, so I had to Google that. I always put championship standings and track stats as Dream Team goes 2nd place. A 127.262 is the time. Not faster than Treati, as you say. But still, very competitive time and in a very good position so far.
Yeah, indeed. Very good lap from Dream Team. This is the quiet part bit now. We've got no one on that, but Raz will be next to start a lap in the AlphaTauri, as he'll be the next person, and Dream Team's just set his lap. And all the cars will start to come out for their final run in Tier 1 for this evening at Miami. And Josh, I think you could take us round for a lap around Razas. You're good with your notes, so you should know a little bit more than me or about Miami. Go ahead, Josh.
Wishful thinker. Anyway, as we will make our way onto the back straight, then the DRS will open now, and he will get his lap underway. Ladies and gentlemen, a 1:28 dead is the time he sets, as we have his teammates, CLO4, slightly in his way there, so I think we saw a McLaren having a little bit of me time with the wall. Very difficult sector this, a lot of oversteer. Well, I find anyway, I'm a terrible driver, but I do get a lot of oversteer. In this sector, hard on the brakes there, slowly bringing the wheel left round the corner. Another DRS detection zone coming up. Now, big news, Tria retires from the session, but that will not stop me from waffling on about this lap. There is an Alfa Romeo, very nice, best car on the grid, I must admit. Going left, going right, long sweeping right-hander there, getting nice and close to the wall. This bit is awful. The left followed by the quick right, corner cutting. Oh, he invalidates. You know what? Very difficult. That's fair enough. Fair enough for the invalidation there.
Indeed,
But
yeah.
it's looking like a good lap.
It was because he was like 3.5 tenths up in the first sector. So he's gonna have to recharge his DRS and go again.
Dream team. Dream team with a little bit of a spin there. As Brad retires from the session.
And that is his actual lap as well, Dream Team. So that's his quality over. So he won't be getting pole.
I didn't mean to go ooh as you were talking then.
It's fine.
A little bit of reactions.
Yeah, my eyes
Yes,
focused
Splandy.
on Stocky. My eyes are focused on Stocky and Splandy, but Stocky will be first because Treyarch has retired with that lap, and Stocky is actually up in the first sector, 30.3093. Have a little check on the race director for us, Josh, to see if that's better than Treyarch's first sector.
Oh, look at you, bringing all your.
Oh.
Oh yeah, it definitely tells me that.
That was crashed. But yeah, as you said, coming through this little bit, it's very easy to invalidate there. You don't want to cut that corner a little too much and ride over the curb. Now he hits it in third gear. Oh, he's 1/10 up. It's a purple middle sector, but he needs a little bit more than 1/10, as that would secure him the front row at P2. He needs a masterclass. He needs to send it at this final corner.
He needs
position.
12 thousandths of a second. He needs 12 thousandths of a second.
Okay. Is Splendy up? I don't know. But we care about Stocky. Here comes Stocky then. DRS open, and it's not good enough for pole.
Splendy's
It's
invalidated.
P2. And yep, he has. Who we got on an improvement? Weeksy's not improved. Henkaz not an improvement. Junuvane is on an improvement. He's currently got.
Someone get that man some new pants.
And those new pants probably might be needed, as he did not improve. Well, he did, but he didn't go up anywhere. Wheat is on a stonking lap at the moment. He's up by 4/10. That would put him into the top 5 if he can get maybe a little bit more at this final corner. Maybe he can get himself into the top 4. Sat in 4th gear. Very hard to get on the power, but 5th gear, he wants to get on that power ASAP. And here we go then. Across the line for Wheat. It's a 27-3. Puts him into the top 5. But pole sitter for the second time in a row is Treyarch.
Very Red Bull-like, isn't it, Treyarch? Very Red Bull-like. I honestly, because he came back very near the end of the season last season, and he had 2 wins back to back. It was an incredible conduct drive because I don't think he had problems, I think, and he couldn't make all the other races. It's incredible. He's really good, and I reckon he could win the championship.
Yeah, if he keeps up his consistency. Flo did have a quali ban, so he couldn't serve a lap at all. And Josh, go through the grid for us.
Well, FG Trio, unsurprisingly, sets pole position by 60 thousandths of a second from Stocky. In second place, Dream Team, with a very impressive debut, puts it on third with his teammate Splandy, a very strong Aston Martin driver lineup today, puts it P4. Wheat is 5th with the XMI. In 6th, Henkaz 7th, 8th is Weeksy, 9th is CLO4, 10th is Univane, RRT Macker in 11th, Razagame HD in 12th, Billy Wiz 13th, 14th, Andrew 15th, Nightowl 16th, Brad 17th, Lyle, and the rest is history, ladies and gentlemen. TV8 flows down there, Crazy Grief down there,
And Scruff.
and Scruff. Yes, considering I didn't see it all, that's pretty good, I think. Anyway, the race is about to commence, ladies and gentlemen. Round the Miami International Circuit. Come on then, let's get your early race predictions in. Who's going to win it?
It's a tough one because I had pole last. I had pole last time. Oh, well, Mexico. Ooh, have I got my predictions wrong? But yeah, early race predictions for me. It's a tough one because I know Treyarch. He's good at his time at some tracks, and he's bad at bad. He's good at some tracks, and he's bad at some tracks. It varies with Treyarch really. I'm gonna go for Stocky. I think he's gonna win.
Very, very interesting. I back Trey. I back Trey. All the way. Ladies.
All the way to the end.
All the way to the end, mate. Yeah. Anyway, the race is about to get underway, but before we have the race, of course, we have to have the formation lap. That'd be a good time to say a little bit about FRR. Well,
No.
you may see okay, fine.
Go on.
Go follow us on Instagram. If you want to join FRR, and I know you do, I can tell you do. Just give me that sort of vibe.
Best league out there.
Yeah, shush. It is indeed the best league out there, ladies and gentlemen. If you want tight, competitive racing, join FRR. Okay, just join FRR. Go on to our Instagram page, Front Row Racing, F1 I think it is, and drop us a little DM. And we'll send you all the links to everything that we have going on, including the Discord server, which you can join in, which you can become a member of, and which you can come, and which you can potentially join one of these races. And that would be pretty cool, wouldn't it? We want to see some interesting races as an Aston Martin bottles it, like Lance Stroll did yesterday. So,
Discord is in the chat for you guys if you do fancy joining.
It's so slick.
And Instagram is there as well.
Oh, he's so slick.
And YouTube is there for you guys as well.
Yeah. Recap. Okay, I did mention this in the last stream. Recap is a mid-season thing now. We're not doing weekly recaps because we lost 2 of our team at the end of last season. Silent, of course, who was the old commentator and the traitorous scumbag. Joking, Silent, secretly, you know what I mean. And someone else who left mid-season. So it's going to be a mid-season recap only, of which Jake is going to be a part of it, whether he likes it or not. You'll be there, mate. Don't you worry, I know you will.
So Josh, do you want to go through the 11th and below, and I'll go through the top 10 tyres?
Sorry, what did you say? I couldn't hear you. You cut off.
You go from 11th to 20th tyres, and I'll do 10th and below tyres. Let's do it.
What?
Oi! Do 20th to 11th tyres. Go through the tyres for 20th to 11th, and I'll do the top 10. And I'll go through the tyres.
Ah,
in the top
right.
10.
You said it the right way around that time. Okay. Well, now that he said it the right way around, ladies and gentlemen, we'll go from last to 11th. Which is what he asked, of course. Crazy Griefer is on hards. So is TB8 Flow, Scruff for Dub, Lyle. Interesting. Has gone to the mediums, ladies and gentlemen. Brad and Night Out. On the hards, Andre is the only man on the field with the soft tyres. Can he be quickest over the rest? And 13th, 12th and 11th have all gone for the medium tyres.
And then we got Junuvain on the hards, Klob on the hards, Weeksy on hards, Henkaz on hards, Dammy on hards, Wheat on hards. Splandy wants to probably get a bit of an aggressive start, so he's going mediums. Dream Team's gone hards. Stocky on the front row has gone hards, and our pole sitter has gone hards.
Well,
give us a better camera angle.
Pretty exciting. Who's going to take the race lead? Who's going to take the race start?
Who should? Quickly, decide.
I don't mind.
Alright then, I'll do it. Okay then, 1 lights, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. Give me a better camera angle, Codemasters. And it's lights out, and away we go. Stocky actually gets a very good start compared to Treyarch. Treyarch's falling down the order. Splandy is up into P3. Treyarch makes collision with Stocky. Now we head into turn 1. It's 3 wide at the back there between Dream Team, Weeksy. Dream Team going around the outside of Weeksy, and there's big contact. The Red Bull's gone, Macca's gone, and there's a spin of the Alfa Romeo of Henkaz, and Brad has also been caught up in it, and it's a virtual safety cars. Henkaz, Brad, Macca, Dammy, and what is going on back here with Wheat? Everyone is just sitting in an order. Look at this. Everyone's just sitting in an order because they probably got illegal overtakes. And Night Owl hits the back of Wheat. And what the flip is going on here? And then they all get back underway. A chaotic restart from 10th and below. But Treyarch and Stocky colliding into turn 1. But no damage was heavily harmed, and Splandy up into P2. What do you think of that start, Josh?
That is FRR, ladies and gentlemen. If you're going to see FRR, that's it. Close racing. That was good. I thought interesting with Tria. What happened at the beginning? Obviously, he didn't spin round, which I guess is good for him, and he only lost 2 positions because of it, as he nearly spins. Then on the restart, ladies and gentlemen, we're back on the way here. 29 laps.
Oh, here comes Splandy.
Splandy is going to go for the overtake. He hasn't got the DRS. He hasn't even opened his DRS. And like yesterday, And Aston Martin takes a lead in the Grand Prix, and what a beautiful sight that is. An impressive debut so far from Splandy. Complicated Curse, as you all know, is a real thing here in FRR. I think we jinxed about 5 wins last season, just so you know. So if you are going to predict a win, don't predict a win, because they'll be coached out. Very chaotic start. Very chaotic start. I must admit, I didn't really see what happened down the edge of the field, because I was very interested in the top 3 battle. But very dramatic. Aston Martin looking really strong here.
Yeah, indeed. Aston Martin got a good start. But the interesting battle will be to see is Stocky v Trey later on into the race, or soon. Treyarch's fallen off the back a little bit. Maybe he's got a bit of damage from that contact, because he is a little bit slower, and would expect him to have a little bit more pace than he's got at the moment. Or maybe he's just conserving, but he is definitely underfueled there, because his fuel light is red, so he is underfueled, and he's hoping for a safety car at least to gain some of that fuel back, as Stocky desperately needs to keep within DRS range of Splandy, but it's going to be very difficult as Splandy's on a set of mediums. But if he wants to defend his position, DRS will be the best option for him, as Treyarch is actually starting to fall apart from the DRS ranges. Everyone's not really battling at the moment, but we continue our way on lap 2. Splandy leading.
Yes, indeed. Looking at the Red Bull here, actually, it doesn't look like front wing damage is. It doesn't have any damage from what I can see.
But
maybe they're a little bit to the floor, but there is no damage there. But he's not using his DRS, and he's in the hards as well.
yeah, but there might not be any visible damage, because you can still get a bit of yellow damage and not have the end plate gone.
Yeah. Yeah, indeed, as Razza Gamer HD is quite close to the back of Weeksy here, and if they endure a little bit of a battle, surely Andre and Juno Vane can really capitalise from it. Only 0.3 separates them, so it could be a potentially interesting fight for 5th place here.
Yeah, it definitely can be, and DRS is now enabled for this lap, as that was only a virtual safety car. So here comes them. The Alpha Tauri of Razza. What is his straight line speed like against the Mercedes of Weeksy? And here comes Razza. He is gaining down the straight on Weeksy. Is he going to be close enough to make the move? He's going to look up the inside. He is actually going for it. And Weeksy has been caught napping. And Razza gets the overtake, as Josh is happy for that overtake in the background. But Weeksy will get DRS back at Razza.
Well, that is content. That is content, and that is good. And now I think once Razza gets past it, he's so much faster on the exit, isn't he? Once Razza can just break, can just get far ahead of Weeksy, that even with DRS he can't make the overtake, I think he can get past Dream Team here.
Stocky is surprisingly faster than Splandy. Splandy's also on a set of medium, so what is going on with Splandy? He's meant to be faster than this. Treyarch has dropped off a lot, maybe, and he's got no ERS. He probably does have non-visible damage. Stocky is really applying the pressure on Splandy, Josh.
Yes, indeed he is. What is going on with Trio? It's surprisingly slow, and there he is. He has spun. Fortunately, he has avoided any damage. You're cruel for laughing. You've avoided any damage, and thank God Ghosting's on, because he would have died already. Well, Tria race goes from bad to worse, as he is now stumbling along in 12th place. Surely he has to make a pit stop, because I reckon maybe these hard tyres are not agreeing with him, and it looks like Andre might have had a spin. Ooh, he's getting all loosey-goosey there down in P14 now. Well, what is going on with Triarty? Normally, a lot of pace, and someone who does have a lot of pace, unsurprisingly, is Stocky. He's on the hard tyres. Aston Martin is on the medium tyres. Stocky has a little bit more ERS than Splandy, and you would expect that on this straight he will use everything he's got, ERS and DRS, to make the move on Splandy on lap 4 of this Grand Prix. He is quite far away though, as Dream Team has now got a lot of time to make up to the top 2, and he will not go for a move going into the final couple of corners.
Oh my God, watch this little bit. Flo making the overtake on Billy Wiz. A little interesting battle for P7 there. Clubbane gets past Billy Wiz, and Billy Wiz gets loses 2 positions in 1 lap there, and he's now down to P9, and his teammate is right behind him. Any teammate calls there? Probably not at the moment, but this is going to be a little bit of an interest as Trey RT has called it into the pits. Maybe he does have damage, and maybe it was affecting him, and that's what maybe caused the spin, but let's head our eyes back up to the battle for the lead of the race, because that's what we're interested for at the moment. Your predictions for the race winners not going well at the moment, Josh.
No, it isn't. And I must say, it was non-visible damage because he did have to get a new front wing. He has just got a new front wing, so obviously it was non-visible damage to Tria for us. He's now back on track on the medium tyres with a new front wing, so hopefully he will get up there. But no, it's not going very well, is it? But Stocky is losing a little bit of time. Just a little bit, not a lot. Just a little bit, about 4/10, I think, during the course of this lap. So that last sector, maybe Splandy has a little bit more, but it would be impressive for Splandy to go and get a win here.
Indeed, and I feel like Stocky has more less downforce than Splandy. Splandy is more faster in the corners compared to Stocky. He is faster in a straight line speed, so maybe that's where he is losing it in the corners, but that straight line speed is very real from Stocky. And he wants to make the overtake. Someone else who wants to get a bit of a move on is Razza. He on those set of medium tyres, he wants to get a move on because those mediums will start to run out of juice later on in the race. About lap 9 to 10, those hards will start to come into play. So yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see what Razza can do here. He is right at the back of the Aston Martin Dream Team. Aston Martin 1-3 at the moment. Will we see the third man, the second driver in the Aston Martin at the moment, get a little mechanical issue like Lance Stroll did, Josh?
Well, I could not possibly comment, but also subsequently, what you're going back to Razza Gamer HD, yes, he will want to get a move on, but also he just won't want to kill these tyres just by trying to make a move for third place, of which of course he's now done. Will Aston Martin get mechanical issue? That is very interesting. I don't know. I could honestly see a Stocky Splandy crash. I think that could happen in this race, and I think that would be very exciting. Can you imagine that? Ooh, getting excited now.
Stocky's really controlling his ERS compared to Splandy. Splandy's only got 30%, Stocky's got 70%, and he's also looking for the move on the inside into the final into the second to last corner, I would say, and he gets down the inside, and he will take the lead of the Miami Grand Prix.
Is Splandy panicking by using all this ERS? Is he panicking? Is he trying to take the lead? Because at this point now that Stocky's got past, if he can just stay close like he is now to the back of Stocky and try and save a little bit of those tyres and get the strategy right, then he can still win this race. But I think using that much ERS, I think he's panicking.
Yeah, I think he is panicking a little bit there in the Aston Martin, but he's still got a long way to go. And if there is the safety car between now and lap 10, those medium runners can pit, and if the hard runners do pit to mediums, obviously the medium runners will be quicker from the start of the safety car restart, but those hards will come into play towards the end of the race. But we'll continue away. As Trey RT does set the fastest lap of this race. Obviously he's down in P16. Night Owl's in the pits, not having the best of starts. Night Owl and Henkaz and Android. Yeah, it's not gone very well at all. But a few little juicy battles going on at the moment. Nothing really exciting. Oh, yeah. DT says this is exciting though in the chat. DT says it is exciting. Well, that's good, man.
What I'm saying isn't exciting. What we're saying is that it's going to get exciting and it's going to get juicy. But now, sure, with lap 7 now, sure, could we see maybe a couple of pit stops begin to happen for some of these medium runs? And
it was Dream Team nearly missing his brakes and punting the back of Razza, but he controlled it very well.
Fair enough. But could we see these mediums begin to fall off now? If we see a couple of oversteering moments, as I think Junior Vane has had a little spin coming onto the straight, will these mediums begin to run off now? It is a very demanding track on these medium tyres with lots of turns, as Billy Whiz is our first retirement of today's race, and that
Second.
is a safety car. So, yeah, there you go. There's your exciting element. There we go. So, safety car, ladies and gentlemen. Ah, yeah, you hate me saying that, don't you? I've just clocked who you are on the Twitch as well. Vandy is surely going to pit now. For the hard tyres, will Stocky stay out? That's the question.
This brings back to what I said a lap ago. The mediums and the hards. This is the good opportunity now for the mediums to pit, and if the hard runners do pit, yeah, the hard runners will be faster at the start for like 10 laps, and then those hards will come into play. So really, this first safety car has helped the people in the mediums right now, and it's not really helped the people on the hard runners. But yeah, we'll see if Stocky pits.
Well, I guess in a way it does help the hard runners because they get to sort of claw back a little bit of that they basically get to prolong a little bit their
Ooh.
tyre life as Splandy's going to pit.
Razza as well. Stocky thought about it, but then he decided to stay out.
Dream Team pits. That's interesting. Oh, and he picks up a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane there. But Dream Team has pit and he is on hard tyres.
Yeah, Klopp has also pit. Laie
think-
has pit, but he is on a set of
I
hard
think everyone's
mediums,
pitting.
except Stocky and Weeks at the moment.
DXMI.
Everyone.
Apart from those two,
Dammy.
everyone else is
Dammy's
gonna
staying
pit
out.
DX. Indeed, dude. So
Alright.
this is interesting actually, because Trier is on the medium tyres, and they're only a couple of laps old. I think probably lap 6. I think he came on. So if he
Stayed
can
out.
just calm it down, could he potentially really do well in this race? I think so. You're right. You were saying something.
No, I forgot what I said, but yeah, what did you say in the chat? I can't wait for tomorrow, says DT.
Hey,
the chat.
well, actually, we'll be live at 6 o'clock here on FRR. Jake, will you be there?
Probably take a break tomorrow.
Oh, look at you. Can't work more than 2 days this week. That's fine. That's fine. So I'll be here. We'll be live at a slightly later time of 6:15 tomorrow for Tier 2. Of course, it is at Miami. And Tier 2 has got a lot to live up for so far. If you watched Mexico, you know what happened, you saw what happened. Will we get a repeat of that tomorrow's race? Tune in at 6:15 tomorrow for Tier 2.
For ladies and gentlemen mode.
You're JKF on 2005, aren't you? Yeah. We'll have a chat after this. Anyway.
It is my time for when it is time for it tomorrow. I'm putting the race in my hands, says DT in the chat.
Ooh. Right, hand of God. Is it the hand of God? Sorry, that was terrible. Anyway, I was going to say I was going to give you an intelligent point then, but it's gone.
It's gone.
Yeah, it's my
Well- Let's have a little bit of a topic while we're on the safety car and we're stuck doing nothing. So my question to you guys, everyone, includes Josh.
Oh.
Pizza toppings. What is your favourite pizza toppings?
Well,
Josh?
I'm basic pepperoni.
No. The best pizza topping to me has got to be the big fat meat feast all day long. You got the meatballs. Main is ham and cheese, says DT. Man, ham and cheese. Again, it's a bit. Oh, a spinner! Hold on, we'll come back to that in a minute. As Raz is out, and Dream Team has had a spin under the safety car. Razza is out. He's crashed back there. Very unfortunate for Razza.
So is
He's done
Night Owl.
So well. Yeah, but Night Owl did it in the pits. Oh dear. Dream Team having a spin as well, losing a few positions. That he won't be happy there in the Aston. Anyways, back to the topic. Ham and cheese. Again, it's a bit dry. It's a bit blunt. Like, why would you just have ham and cheese? You gotta have some good stuff on pizza, though, haven't you?
I tell you what, I can end this topic right now. Okay, I can end it right now with a sentence.
Oh.
Pineapple on pizza is wrong.
Yeah.
And that's
Okay.
the end of that.
Yeah.
Let's move
That-
on. So,
No, no,
in
no, no. Hold
terms-
on, hold on, hold on.
Whoa.
We're
do
not going
do
to end it
this.
there. I want to say I agree with that because some people actually like pineapple on pizza, and I don't know. I don't understand. It doesn't mix well. Or meat feast. Yeah, I like that. As Dream Team gets a 5 second, and he Oh, damn, he is in the pits. That's his AI car. So his AI is pitted him, and he won't be too happy when he comes back into this.
One thing I would say, if you ever met anyone who likes pineapple on pizza, they always have a third eye. Anyway, so if we look over to the left-hand side, well, you may not be able to see it. I certainly can. We have tyres. Very interesting.
Done
Stuck
it
in
ready?
Weeksy are both on the hard tyres. Okay, and they are 10 laps old, as I just said. Everyone else is on two brand new medium and hard tyres. In fact, most are on mediums. The only ones who have pitted for hards would be Lyle, currently sat in P5, and Crazy Griefer sat in P as Dream Team does DNF from this race. Unfortunately, what a promising debut it was. Slid away as he DNF'd from the race, and Crazy Griefer as well. The rest are on mediums, unless your name is Henkaz or Andre, and you've been on the medium and you've been on the hards for a little bit now. Last lap of safety car? I think so. So I think Jake has left the room, left the world, and
Some people, Clubbane wants a restart, and I don't see anything wrong with the lobby at the moment. Do you?
no. The only way we would ever have a restart is if everyone left, pretty much. Why is
It's
he
a bit
after?
too late
If
now
you
as
do some research as to why he wants a safety car restart, whilst I commentate on the safety car restarts. Ladies and gentlemen, Stocky is going to want to catch Weeksy off guard here. Coincidentally, Weeksy is going to want to stick with Stoffy. He's going to want to predict it just right. And when will Stocky go? I reckon he'll go out of the last corner, maybe very end of this straight. We will have to see, ladies and gentlemen. It doesn't look like anything is going to happen with that alleged restart proposal. Anyway, he's gone. He is gone. The race is back underway. We are back racing. Stocky is going to lead us then onto lap 12 of this Grand Prix. Weeksy is very close behind though, and Weeksy is going to go for a dive bomb down the inside here. He can't get the move on. Stocky's going to go a little bit wide though, and they are going to be wheel to wheel racing going through the first few corners. And Weeksy takes the lead in the race from Stocky there out of the safety car restart. Splandy is watching on, loving this racing action between the front two. If they crash, he will capitalise massively. Stocky though is straight right on the back of Weeksy then. And who is going to come out of this one? DRS, I don't think, is enabled coming straight off the safety car restart. Weeksy, though, is going to need to use some of their DRS if he is going to keep the lead in this race. They're literally the most equal drivers. Same laps on the same tyres with roughly the same ERS. And Stocky is going to take the lead again. But Weeksy, can he get the better exit? No, he cannot. And Stocky is going to go round and down and back into the lead of this race. Splandy and CLO4 though have majorly caught up. Here is Weeksy, gets very close to the rear end of Stocky there, and there may even been contact that may need to be looked at. Again, ERS though wide open yet again for Weeksy, and this could carry on for a couple of laps. Great racing from our leaders here.
It's going to be nearly 3 wide here. Clubbane, Splandy, side by side now. Clubbane and Splandy. Splandy is on the outside. Club is now on the inside. They're now still side by side. It will now transfer to Splandy, who will have the inside line going into turn 1. And he has the wheel to wheel. Bit of wheel bash in there as here comes Splandy down the inside. He keeps his line, but Clubbane going around the outside. with his grippier tyres. And look who wants to make immense in this is Flo. Oh, it's a bit dangerous to overtake there as he goes around the outside now to the inside for Flo. And a bit of contact, but nothing major. Absolutely splendid battling from Stocky, Weeksy, Splandy, Klopp, Flo. Absolutely great battling. That's what we love to see in FRR. So the excitement is still on its way, and the excitement can come with Weeksy trying to get that move back for the lead of the race, Josh.
It is simply lovely what we are seeing here. This is great racing, and these two still have to pit. They still have to pit. Okay, let's not get excited that we're going to see another 16 laps of this, because they do have to pit. My God, this is incredible. I don't think I've ever seen this before. Racing. What?
Actual racing.
Overtaking? No, never. It's great, isn't it? And this is what we want to see. We want to see this title fight like this every single race, because as I'm sure we're going to see in real life F1 this season, we don't want people just to run away with the title. We want to see people tight, compact, and no clear winner in every single race. That's what we want. And if you think you can deliver that, join FRO.
As DRS is now
that was slick with that one.
Yeah, very. And DRS is now enabled. And Weeksy, nearly losing there, but he's got full control of the car at the moment. And he's only 5 tenths behind. He may be dropping back, but he is going to get DRS coming down this very long, wiggly straight. I don't think he will be close enough to make the overtake as Stocky. He's got this held of his ERS, and Week gets the first 3 seconds of this race. And Weeksy will now be able to open that rear wing to get an extra few miles down, well, about 10 to 11 miles down the straight, as he is gaining on Stocky. But like I said, he won't be close enough to make the overtake stick, and now he's got another opportunity coming down the next back straight, a very long straight as well. The start to finish DRS straight is not huge long. And this is, maybe we might see the overtake here, as we can see now, foot to the floor, down the straight. He wants to use that ERS. He wants that lead back ASAP, as there's a spinner. Wheat has gone off, but we don't care about that. We care about the battle for the lead, as Weeksy is gaining. He's gaining. Is he going to look down the inside? He thinks about it, but thinks much better.
Indeed. And what a lap TV8 had there, going completely under the radar, almost getting a double overtake, which would have been the best we've seen all season so far. What an under the radar performance that was. And I did just say, Stocky in the final corner, he did lock up there. He did lock up, so his hard tyres maybe coming to the end of their lifespan, or is Stocky panicking under the pressure?
Trey RT putting real big pressure on Liner, and he gets the move on the inside, but he has to back out. And now the Alfa Romeo of Junuvain wants to get involved, wants to pick up the scraps to get the position, but he's a little bit too far back. Who is not too far back? Clodbane is looking for the overtake on Weeksy. Weeksy moves to the inside to defend aggressively. Clodbane now on the outside. Is he going to get the move done? Maybe he's on a set of medium tyres for now, and the others don't have the pit. Weeksy is late on the brakes and keeps that position.
He was later on the brakes than my bus was this morning. That was... wow! That was late braking, ladies and gentlemen. You don't have seen it before, but you've seen it now, haven't you? Wow, that was impressively late. Wow, good on him. But do you reckon, right? Because he had quite a few opportunities to take the lead now. Do you reckon he's maybe conserving some of that tyre life? Serving some of that ARS? And maybe deliberately... not taking, well, I mean, he's not using his ERS there, and Stocky brake locks up again. Are those hard tyres now going to be fading? And also, are they playing a little bit of a Mexican standoff here? Is Stocky waiting for Weeksy to pit, controversially, or the other way round? Is Weeksy waiting for Stocky to pit? Who is going to strike first out of the two race leaders? It looks like Lyle and Tria are battling again. Junuvain may be able to capitalise here, and he may be able on those medium tyres to get past Lyle here. It is so tight. It's tighter than the baby's bottom, and it was so close there as well, almost making contact. but it looks like maybe Lyle has held him off just for the next couple of corners. There is battling all over the field here today, ladies and gentlemen. A little bit of ERS gave him a little bit more persuasion, and he is going to make the move. He is going to have the DRS and the ERS to get the move done. As Julie Vane is up into 7th place.
Splendid battling there through Sector 1. It's very hard to overtake, and I'll tell you what, some of this racing has to go on TikTok. As Brad gets forced off, he gets hit by Andrew, and Androy is trying to keep his nose up the inside of Brad. Is Brad going to keep the overtake?
Wow,
the brakes
that
goes
was
William,
late.
but he has to cut the corner, and Brad, I would say you have to give that position back to Williams driver, because he cut the corner, he's gained a lasting advantage, so really he should be given that place back, even though he has got a 3-second time penalty for it, as the battle for the lead is calmed down a little bit. Brad wants that overtake back. He's probably not going to be very happy. And there we go.
Stocky Pits, and the top 5 are really close, and you would now think CLO4 may be the favourite to go on and win this race.
Remember, Weeksy still has to pit, so it is the battle between Splendy, Flo, and Clobbane for this race win, because Weeksy has to pit.
Well, I think Splendy actually going to get it because he's on the hard tyres. The rest ahead of him are on the mediums, and if they're going to continue to push, the degradation is just going to go straight down, and by the end of the race, they're going to be struggling. So I think Splendy, out of the lot, is probably in quite a good position, but as we think we've sussed out, he panics a little bit under the pressure of having someone close behind him by using a lot of ERS. So we'll have to see come the end of this race who is going to win it. It's close, and there's still more action to come, ladies and gentlemen. There you go, Jake, just for you.
Thank you. Appreciate it there, as Weeksy is not enjoying those hard tyres. He's probably saying he's probably going to pit this lap, because Clobbane, big slide on the exit, and he keeps it in control, and he is now gaining on Weeksy. I wouldn't bother using the ERS, because Weeksy probably will pit soon, but he is going to get the move done anyways, and he will now take the lead. He wants to move back to the racing line, but Weeksy's car is still there, and there's a big slide off the exit, but Weeksy does pit, but Flo is now seeing that mistake, and they are now going side by side down into turn 1. Flo is going to have that inside line compared to Clobbane. Down the inside goes Flo, and he's made amends from Clobb's mistake, and Flo takes the lead of the Miami Grand Prix.
Yes, indeed, and a calamitous for the previous race leaders, 14th and 15th, respectively, for both of them, and that is some ground to make up. They have got probably, I'd say, 3 or 4, maybe even 5 cars still to pit, but very interesting. Very interesting so far down. TV8 takes the lead of the race, and, well, unfortunately, the Aston Martin showing is now not as strong as it looks like. Scruffed has stacked it in Sector 1. 11 laps to go here, and, well, who knows who could go on the winners, but Tria is right back up in the order.
Yeah, indeed, and Trey RT from spinning in turn 1 to being back right up here, and we continue our way then down this
typical Red Bull drive.
Typical Red Bull drive, as he says. Interesting, as there's no moves being made down the straight right here and right at this moment, as Klopp probably wants that lead back, as Trey RT is looking to get the overtake done on Splendy, but he's not going to be close enough, as Brad and Androy are fighting once again, and Androy has kept the position, and Brad is having a massive battle along with the Williams driver, but he just can't seem to get away from him. But the Williams driver is on a set of hard tyres as well, so those tyres will be a little bit more better now than the mediums. But Trey RT, once again, he's in P4, and he is really close to Splendy. Splendy's low hard tyres should be kicking in low.
Yeah, indeed they should, and I think TVA has pulled a blind here. We got the everything done, and he's pulled a gap. Pulled a gap that I don't even think DRS could really help with. I mean, obviously it does, but you can't actually get in park. So I think this gap is perfect for him, and if he can manage his tyre wear and that ERS and that fuel, this could be a really strong drive for him. But Tria is probably the biggest threat. He's I think he's faster, just visibly faster than Splandy ahead of him. He's visibly faster than the top three. So you'd expect in the next sort of 3-4 laps that Trio will take the lead. And, well, yeah, he'll take the lead, won't he? Because he's so much faster visibly than the rest of them, and they're all holding him up.
Indeed, indeed, indeed. There's a spinner at the back. I believe it's Wheat having a bit of a spin.
Yeah.
There was a few battles going on as Brad and Stocky are now going to have a battle, but I believe team play will be in the game as Brad says, no, I ain't fighting you, but here comes Dammy on Brad. He's seen Brad let go Stocky, and here comes Dammy around the outside of Brad, all the way around the outside, but he just gets tapped by Brad, and he has to concede for that move, but he's going to get the exit, run down into turn one as Brad's not using any ERS at the moment, and here comes Dammy on the outside, and Weeksy wants to make the overtake. Weeksy down the inside of Dammy. Weeksy is now side by side with Brad. This camera shot angle from Dammy is looking very nice, and Weeksy's now going to be on the outside, and Brad tries to keep his nose in, but Brad has to back out. This is some fantastic racing from the FRR drivers. Never seen anything like it, and I'm really enjoying this.
These race highlights better go on YouTube, everyone, because this is some of the best racing I think we've seen all season. I mean, wow, that's impressive. I mean, Weeksy and Stocky and Tria all have incredible pace here, and they could go far in this Grand Prix. What's going on with Brad? Little bit. He seems to me a little bit off today. Seems like maybe he isn't clicking. Maybe it's a track. Or maybe it's the immense pressure he's come under so far this Grand Prix. But something maybe isn't clicking for the Ferrari driver. 9 laps to go in this Grand Prix. And Tria hasn't yet made a move on those in front of him. Very interesting. Very interesting. There, Junior Vane sat in a very nice position in 5th place. And you would think maybe as Stocky moves up into 8th place. Big contact there between Tria and Splandy. Both seem to come out okay, and if Tria's lost more front wing, that will be, you'd think that'll be his race over for today.
Indeed, and someone's race is over. Is Lyle? He's out, and there is a safety car, and now this is where it's going to be interesting for the medium runners. Splandy can basically stay out, but he doesn't want, I don't think he should stay out if others pit, because those hard tyres won't be good. So is this time for soft, or medium? Because it will be hard to get softs to the end. Well, we're about lap 24. Softs will die about lap 28. But it is doable. So we'll keep an eye on our top 4. And it really does... Go on.
I mean, you could take softs, as you say, to the end, but the thing is, softs, if you're racing hard and you're fighting for, let's say, podium positions, you're going to use those softs in 1 lap, and they're going to be good only for 1 lap, and then they're going to turn into sort of hard tyres after that, and they're going to be awful. So, not soft, not hard, not soft tyres. I think new mediums would be good, but TV8 will be really annoyed because he had a very good gap to CLF4, was controlling the lead of this race, and now it maybe looks like it may have slipped away from him ever so slightly, but there is only 8 laps to go of this Grand Prix, and the safety car will probably reduce it to about 6.
Flo stays out, Klopp's pitting, Splandy stays out, Trey RT pits, and that is interesting. The top 2 has stayed out, and here comes Junior Vane. Everyone else is probably going to jump into the pits. Not sure about Stocky, as he has just pitted recently. I believe Stocky will stay out.
They're going soft. They are going soft, so they are going to play, in my eyes, a little bit of a risky game, especially around lap 28. It'll be interesting to see what the pace is like for CLO4 and Trey RT. But they've gone soft, and who knows, will they have the pace advantage over Stocky, especially over Splandy, and especially over TV8. TV8 will be struggling. Splandy not so much because he's on the hard tyres, 13 laps. So they'll sort of maybe be slightly optimal right now. Very interesting.
The problem TV8 had there, because you're the lead car, you either have to make a decision of staying out or pitting, and at that situation, it is really hard for the lead car to decide. In my opinion, I would have struggled to make that decision as well.
I think you have to weigh up the cars behind. I think if you're gonna pit, essentially saying, look, if I can pick on softs, I think I've got better race pace than a lot of these. I can go for it. Or if you're not going to pick, you're going to say, well, I stay out, try and get the highest position I can, come the end of the race. But 30 laps on those medium tyres, a little bit of a concern for him.
Indeed. And obviously we talk about great racing. Will it continue, or will we have some carnage? Obviously, because it's now towards the end of the race, and especially with a safety car, it does get a little bit heated in the midfield, especially. But Stocky has got two people on a set of soft tyres. He's decided stout. He will be faster than Splandy and Flo. So if he can get a little bit of a move on off the safety car restart, maybe he can get ahead of the top two, and then them top two can hold up soft tyres. But that probably won't be the case, as probably Claude Bain will be faster. And Claude Bain's probably now going to go for this victory, as he knows he's on a set of soft tyres. As Henkaz decides to get rid of those hards, and he's going to box. Androy has gone set medium. So we've got mainly most of the field on a set of softs, except from Weeksy, Brad, Stocky, Splandy and Flo and Androy. So about half on a set of softs and half on a set of different tyres.
Yeah, indeed. And actually, I'm going to rubber your point. If if Trey can get past CL04, he will win this race. Trey, his pace is unbelievable. And on these soft tyres, as long as he gets past CL04, like that, like really quickly, like 2 corners, if he can get past him, Trey will win this race on pace. Because he's so much faster than CL04. And CL04 will be faster than Stocky, which means Trey is going to be miles ahead in pace on Stocky. So I think Trey is going to win this race.
Well, you have to stick to your predictions that you said earlier. As it does stand, though, Trey RT is 16 points behind Stocky, the championship leader.
Did I say Trey at the beginning of the race?
You did say Trey RT at the beginning of the
Well,
race.
I definitely didn't forget that I said that, but I do honestly think I'll win this. Stocky will get Stocky will get third, at best third.
But you have to wait and see.
I don't know if Weeksy is going to be faster than him. They're on exactly the same tyres, at the same tyre life, etc. But I don't think Weeksy has the pace than Stocky. Yeah, TVA is screwed. TVA is screwed. Safety car in this lap.
Sit back, sit tight, relax, and get your popcorn out, viewers, because this is where it's going to get hectic.
Sit back, relax. I got this. We'll take it from here. 6 laps to decide. Well, to decide this race, and what a race it has been. If you've just joined, leave, because there's literally no point in you being here. So,
Joking.
Will I'm not. Will TVA, he's gone. He's a little bit squirmy at the last corner, and the race is back on the way. 6 laps to decide this, and all eyes for me are on Treya. Can he get past CL04 quickly? Can he unleash his pace on the rest of them? And Stocky's going to go for the move on Splandy. It's turn 1, easy as you like, but Splandy is going to try and fight that back though. And can TV8 maybe pull a little bit gap if they begin to fight? He can't. TV8 is now under immense pressure from Stocky here, who's on the fresh and medium tyres. Will he be able to do it through the second sector? We go. It doesn't look like, at this point, he can do it. Does not look like, at this point, he can. Sorry, I panicked there because someone joined the party. But Splandy is losing pace, and he is losing pace dramatically. It looks like Weeksy's got past Trail. So Trey has a lot of pace here, but Trey is going to go for the move again. So is Splandy on CL04. There's racing all over the place, but CL04 on the softer tyres. Is he going to be able to make the move done? Yes, he will, and he will do it, and he will close that door pretty quickly, meaning that Splandy cannot get through. Trey now needs to get past Splandy if he wants a podium, which I'm no doubt in my mind he will. Wixie has a massive roasting moment there, clips the wall, and here comes Treya on Splandy for what is technically third place in this Grand Prix. The ERS will open itself. No, it will not, and he will dive anyway. A little bit of a lock up there, and he is spun. But he's, oh my god. Okay,
oh, and
Treya
he's taking Weeksy out.
He's spun.
He's taking
Weeksy out. There is late drama here. As my race prediction is out officially. out of the window. He's got a 5-second penalty, has Treya. He'll be kicking himself over that one.
He's crashed
There
himself
is-
in the wall on purpose there.
Another... Has he? Did you get that on stream?
Yeah, it's all on stream,
Yeah.
and very unfortunate for Treyarch there.
That'll be a
big
massive
spin.
punishment now.
But there's no need at the end of the day to. Obviously, you did spin, but there's no need to go and put it back into the wall as the safety car has been brought out, and Stocky has put himself up into P2, Clodbane up into P3, Splandy not having a good restart, Brad having a splendid restart, P5, so crazy griefer. As Scruff P11. Weeksy getting spun there, caught by Treyarch because Treyarch did spin. He lost it a few times and eventually lost it into Weeksy. So Weeksy probably pretty annoyed in the Mercedes from that spin as the safety car has been released. And we're probably going to get either 3 laps or 2 laps of racing, but the field is spreaded out.
Yeah. Well, we'll only have 1 lap of safety car, I think. But let's put it this way: Weeksy isn't very happy about that one. In the tier 1 chat, he's not very happy. They're both blaming each other here. Very, very interesting. But shame, because Stocky, it's commentator's curse, isn't it? It's the commentator's curse. I literally said a corner before that Treya was going to win this race. Oh well, there we go. Welcome to FRR, everybody. Commentator's always cursing. Anyway, Stocky, in a very comfortable position here, will probably go on to take his 2nd win of the season with racing as well, and it looks like we'll probably have about 2 laps to decide the Grand Prix Junior Vane, and Henkas writing their races off and pitting for, I guess, new soft tyres, and maybe they'll go for the fastest lap of the races. The AMG GTR safety car will take us through the last lap also, and then we will get underway once more. Well, it's all falling apart for Treya. Looks so promising. Both Hasses are out, I've just realised. Bad weekend for Haas. Not that they were going anywhere anyway. Bad weekend for Haas. Bad weekend for Williams as well. Only 1 car still running, and that 1 car is sat in 9th place. But it's a PC, so what do you expect?
Lamo.
Where
Yeah,
did you go then?
What? I was
Muted.
here all the time.
Yeah, you muted yourself, mate.
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
Just letting you spitting out some waffling.
Oh, you were eating a dinner, weren't you? Yeah, I'm jealous of you. Hungry.
But yeah, we'll probably get 2 laps to determine the race winner. It's not over yet because the tyre age between Stocky and Flo, but also Clodbane, Sepsoft, Splandy, Hardy probably will fall down quite a lot. Yeah, Stocky looks the best to win this race. So does Clodbane. Clodbane needs to get past Stocky, but Flo, could he hold himself to win this race, because he's on a set of 17 lap old mediums, so it's going to be a big fight to win this race. Obviously there won't be any more DRS enabled now because we only have 2 laps to determine the race win, so it's all down to straight line speed and ERS.
Yeah, indeed. And Treya reckons that this is how he's going to be able, he's going to be bottling the championship. He compared that to Vettel in Hockenheim, if you remember that race. So clearly Treya annoyed. Clearly Treya believing obviously it was Weeksy's fault. Weeksy obviously has the opposite opinion. You know, that'll be seen by the stewards, and what should happen after that is, well, up to them. I think Weeksy, Junior Vane and Henkaz are all going to go for the fastest lap attempt here, as they've written their races off, written their chances of getting points off to steal some points from their competitors up higher up the field.
Indeed, and Stocky probably keep hold of that championship lead.
Oh, most likely.
No
Most
matter what happens,
likely.
unless Weeksy wins.
It's ever right. You do never know. You do never know, ladies and gentlemen. Stocky could have a massive crash. So could TV8. So could CLO4. So could Splandy. So could Chris Griever. So could Brad. So could Wheat.
So could
could
everyone
DX
in the top
DX.
12.
Yeah, basically, so could everyone higher up than Weeksy. They could all have a massive crash, and Weeksy could be the only man standing, and they could all go, well, this race you never know, and that is why FRR is the best race in League in the world, that's why you should join. Over to you.
Yeah, I think Josh needs to go take a bit of that coke.
Caught him off guard then.
I did. The safety car will definitely be in this lap.
Oh, it better be. So, what's it? 3 safety cars? 4 safety cars now?
No, nowhere near.
Not a safety. Yeah, it's near 4.
It's
not a
3.
safety cars. This. All right. Sorry. So near 4 then.
Well, anyway, I'll take control of this one. 3. But yeah,
Yeah, but it's near 4.
It doesn't matter. Whatever, how many safety cars there is. We've still had some fantastic racing, even though you see 7 DNFs in your picture screen. And here we go then. Warming up the tyres. Can Flo hold control of his win? We'll have to wait and see.
That was quite
Yeah,
good, actually. That should go on a TikTok as a cold line.
Cold line, thank you. And here we go then. Flo, is he going to flow away to this victory? And here we go then. He's gone, but Stocky has got the run on Flo. 2 laps to go. All the way to the checker flag. As here comes Stocky then around the outside. Now trying to switch back on the better tyres. To the inside line he goes. And he takes the lead as Flo has nothing to respond. As Stocky Knee loses the car. As there's contact there. Stocky Knee loses the car. And he's now back down to P2. As he needs to get go. As Clodbane is in the rear. He wants to probably pick up the scraps from these two. As Stocky breaks late down the inside. As down the inside goes Crazy Griefer. And that helicopter cam is proven to be a dividend. As here comes Stocky them down the straight. He's using that ERS. Flo is also using to defend, as Scruff is now out of the race, but we don't care about that at the moment because we're watching the battle for the lead. As here comes Stocky them. He's going to go around the outside for the lead of the race, trying to the inside line. He is trying everything he can.
Indeed, he is. Yellow flags pop up in sector 1 and 2 there. TV8 controlling the lead in this race, although he's a little bit tetchy, and will CLO4 massively capitalise from this Crazy Griefer. What a drive today. He's been under the radar. I haven't really noticed him all of this racing. You may have just said that. I don't know. I was going to be listening to be honest with you, but TV8 is going to get a little bit nervous now. He's going to get a little bit tetchy as we go on to the final lap of the Miami Grand Prix, and what a race it's been. There's a little bit of a scrap going on down here for 6th place between DXMI and Brad, but TV8 looks like he could be on for a debut win here in FRR's Weeksy. Like I said, does go for the plus lap with a 129 dead, taking the points away from the opposition, ladies and gentlemen, and that is exactly what Southampton did Spurs
Crazy
at the
Griefer,
weekend.
Crazy Griefer and Klopp is going side by side, and Crazy Griefer's got the move penalties that show you the penalties as Tweet is retired in the pits. Crazy Griefer has got a 3-second time penalty. Off the track goes Flo. He's got less ERS than Stocky, and it is not Flo's debut to say what Josh said. And down the straight, Stocky needs to save that ERS. He's going to have the ERS more, and he's going to see the flashing light of Flo as Junu Vane has retired, and we're down to 10 drivers as Android will get that point that he needs. There, he's got one last chance, Stocky. He can see Flo is flashing. He has got one last chance. 4th gear. He needs to get the best exit possible, and Flo is probably feeling all of the pressure. Cuts the corner. Making loses. Flo nearly loses it. And here we go with him down the main straight. More ERS for Stocky. He's going to drain. He's going to see the red light flashing for Flo. Flo defends the inside line. Stocky has got the straight line speed. Down here we go then. Where's Stocky to go inside or outside? He's going to go to the outside. He's going to have more grip. And Flo is now on the inside. He's going to have to set one up the inside as he does set one up the inside. Side by side. Flo on the inside. Stocky on the outside. It's side by side down the straight. And Stocky comes across the line. Comes around the final corner to win the Miami Grand Prix with the final overtake as Flo gets P2, Klopp takes P3 as Crazy Griefer gets P4, and Weeksy gets the top 5, Dammy P6, Henkaz 7th, Brad 8th, Slaney 9th, and patiently but surely, Android gets P9.
Oh my god.
That was great.
Oh wow, that was incredible. Tier 1 has definitely set the expectations high for Tier 2 there. Well, yeah, okay, that happened. That's what we want to see every race. I want to see that. because that's incredible. That was amazing.
That was great. That was great battling. The lead changed at the final corner.
Wow. Oh, that was. And will that happen in the last race of the season to decide the championship? I mean, well, there we see the less sportsmanship side of Formula One. Of course, Stocky really rubbing it in that he won the race, ladies and gentlemen. For the final time, let's just go through that order. Stocky wins in the final corner, final lap drama. TV8 Flow is second place. CLA4 is third with Crazy Grief with a huge drive, starting last, finishing fifth. Week C, fifth. Fourth, sorry, for Crazy Grief. Fifth is Week C, FGE is sixth. Seventh is Henkas. Eighth is Brad. Ninth is Landy. 10th, Andre. Junior Vane in 11th. TG in 12th. Scrufford up in 13th. 14th is Triad. 15th is Lyle. 16th is Dream Team. 17th is the game at HD. Nights Out in 18th. 19th is Billy Wiz. And finishing off the grid today is RRT Macca.
Wow, and yeah, that was a fantastic race. Watching Stocky get the overtake on the final corner, absolutely splendid, and well done to Stocky, my prediction winner. Showing what he's made of, and he did control that ERS, and he did that for the whole race, and he got that win at the end of the day. Anything else you want to say before we end this race, as Weeksy does get the fastest lap?
Thanks for watching, everyone. That was incredible. That's amazing.
I think he's lost of words.
I am. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. That was probably one of the best FRR races I've ever watched.
Indeed, even though you see a lot of DNFs, there was some
Indeed,
great
indeed.
racing. But
Indeed,
yeah,
indeed.
make sure to tune in tomorrow for Tier 2 around FRR. I'm sure you'll be back with the mighty Josh for tomorrow, and hopefully you'll see some great racing tomorrow in Tier 2. I've been General Jake, and this has been...
Josh, I've been Josh.
Thank you for watching, and tune in tomorrow for Tier 2. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Peace out.
Bye.